Hey there, Saber fans, Shamim here. Today I'm showing off a custom Crossguard Saber I just finished up installing. This is another rendition of my Requiem Crossguard design that I started doing back in 2015, right before Episode 7 first came out. And it's built using the top half of a Saberforge Templar, the bottom half of a Saberforge Sorcerer, and then a flat pommel. I think this is either a Mauler or a Redeemer pommel. I can't remember exactly which one it is. Anyway, while the original one and some of the other Requiems that I've done have been very black heavy in terms of the weathering and even some with shattering, this one I wanted to go with a little bit more of a subtle, sort of almost a gray weathering. And the last couple videos I've done have actually showcased some of this weathering as well. The Steel Claw ASP hilt that I did, the Darth Malik Neopixel that I just did recently. Both of those use the same kind of grayish weathering pattern. In addition to the gray weathering that I did on this hilt, I also added some nicks and dings here and there using a Dremel just to show, there you can see some right there, just to show a little bit more of the age and the use that this hilt may have seen. I almost sort of wanted to go with the vibe of that ancient Crossguard that Ezra finds on Malachor in, I think, the season finale of season 2 of Rebels. Great episode that was. Long live Ahsoka. Anyway, so yeah, then you've got your blade plug up there for the main blade, and then 2 side blade plugs, which are actually really cool. I like the design of these blade plugs. I had to machine them down, all 3 of them, on my lathe, because these were originally built, or those blade plugs were originally ASP blade plugs that had wider emitter lips, or wider lips around the blade plugs, and so they wouldn't fit inside the 1-inch angled side emitter, so I had to lathe down the rings. It's so cool. I love my lathe. I love being able to do these little projects, these little modifications that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise with just a Dremel or some other things. Being able to perfectly round out, just take down a couple millimeters off of a blade plug so it can fit into a 1-inch hole instead of a 1 1/4 hole or something. That's the kind of thing that I love doing on my lathe. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Internally, this Requiem is running a Prism 5.5 soundboard by Plector Labs. It's an in-hilt LED setup. So you've got a, I think it's a Triluxin Rebel Deep Red White on the main blade, and then 2 single Luxin Deep Reds for the side emitters. You've got weathered 12mm AV switches there for your main and auxiliary. Then on the backside, you've got a recharge port with kill key, and then the second hole is plugged with an aluminum cap. 28mm high bass SM speaker, super loud bassy sound. 18650 lithium-ion battery. It's a 10 amp high drain battery, so hopefully that will give you a little bit more runtime and a little bit more efficient operation with the Crossguard setup. Anyway, let's go ahead and get her fired up.
I'll show you the dark side.
This sound font is Crossguard 7. So you get a flicker on Clash and a flicker on Blaster on the side blades, and then the main blade has the white flash on Clash. The idea being that when the main blade makes contact with a Blaster, that's where the flash should happen, on the main blade, and not so much on the side blades, which are just really exhaust. Speaking of exhaust, I went ahead and made 2 new Icicle blade plugs, or side blades for the Crossguard, unstable side blades. And these are a little bit more aggressive and spluttery than the original Christmas lights that I used to use on some of these Crossguards in the past you may have seen. While we demonstrate the rest of the sound font, let's go ahead and get those blades installed. Ouch! There you go. You got one little side blade, or blade plug. All these terms. I can't keep all these terms straight in my head. I really like that profile. It looks more aggressive and more unstable, in my personal opinion. And the main blade, here you come. So that's cool. Let's see what other sound fonts we've got on here.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Have you? That was Requiem.
Cyber Assassin.
Clearly, we know what this font is. So Cyber Assassin obviously is a single-bladed sound font. There is no Crossguard ignition, secondary ignition, in the font package. But I customized that sound font to include the secondary ignition for the staggered side blades. That's next. Every dark side saber's got to have Necro on there. Next up, Ordinal. I want to get my favorite clash in there. There it is. Woo! I love that little tremolo as it goes off. Great sound. What do we have next?
Sacrifice.
And a super unstable sound font. Nice. Alrighty. Let's take those out. We'll just demonstrate getting at the chassis and the SD card before we finish up this video. So you've got your recharge port here. Kill key is included. So we'll pop that in to cut all power to the soundboard. We'll unscrew the pommel. There you see your speaker. And a little tap will allow it to come out. And there's your easy access to SD card. In you go, it pops out, and stick it back in. And then when you're ready, slide it back in to about there. Be careful not to press the face of the speaker with your fingertips. And then use the pommel to screw the chassis in the rest of the way.
Sacrifice.
Let's switch back to a Kylo font.
I'll show you the dark side.
So anyway, I'm putting this custom Requiem Crossguard Saber up for sale, so if you're interested, the link is below with all the details. Hopefully it will go to a good home, a good Kylo Ren cosplayer, for example, who is in need of a custom crossguard. Anyway, and to everyone else who watched, thank you all very much for your continued support along the way. I love doing custom sabers, and I love hearing feedback, and I love interacting with both customers as well as just people who enjoy watching for the sake of watching. So to everyone, thank you all so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.